Happy Fragrant Friday, Fraghead. Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with a new review on a very, very special day. So special that you might hear my dog is motivated to start eating white while I'm recording. So, I promised you I'd get to my introduction and through it before the first minute. So here we go. You have seen the title and the description, my friends. So this is none other than a very special one this week. This is a loaner, and I think this is maybe the first time I've had this where I had a subscriber reach out and let me loan one. And this is Legendary by Lane Frost, loaned by subscriber and my daughter's friend, and by God, my friend too, Jackson. So thank you very much for letting me have this for a week. I've really, really enjoyed it, actually. Something different and something so much fun. So without further ado, let's dive in. This is a 3.4 ounce bottle, to my understanding. It actually does not have a lot of information on the bottom of the bottle, so that's different. And this one is retail $45 on their site, actually on Lane Frost. It is $45. And this one, to really, really give you a quick review, this one really is just something that was concocted to take us back to the powerhouse 1980s fragrances. So think of many of them, and this will be a wink and a nod to them. It is not a copy and it is not a dupe by any stretch of the imagination. I just mean it does have retro 80s powerhouse written all over it. I've got the description that I'm going to read in a second, but I wanted to go over the notes quickly, and I wanted to say also, actually I'm going to hold that thought because I want to get to the notes first. In the top, you get grapefruit, bergamot, and some woods. And in the mid, you get lavender and cardamom. Definitely the lavender overpowers the cardamom. And then in the base, you get just tons and tons of woods. And white musk, by the way, it should be specified that it is white musk, which is another favorite of mine. So a couple cool things. One thing that this really, really delivers on is they always use the same three terms on many sites for this, which is fresh, clean, and masculine. And I will definitely say that this delivers in exactly what it sets out to do. It is fresh, it is clean, and it is masculine. Dare I even say rugged. So this is going to be very appealing to guys, but then a lot of the ladies in their lives, because they're going to like the fact that it is ultra clean, and I would even use the word crisp, yet clearly masculine as well. And you throw in some grapefruit, kind of a modern touch to it. It really works, actually. It works out really well because it's kind of, a modern take on an 80s powerhouse. And I will say, again, this is so exciting that my dog decided to wolf down all of her food exactly when I hit the record button. So, anyway, $45 for a full bottle on Lane Frost. Definitely fresh, definitely clean, and definitely masculine. Now, I wanted to read, and I don't know if I'll have time to put the background music that I usually put, but I wanted to read from their site. And I compliment them, and that actually matters in my ratings because I really like the way a lot of these houses now, or companies actually, it's not a house, it's a company. It looks like they specialize more in boots, but they really tell you what it's about, how to apply it, what to wear it with, what it's for. I like that a lot. I won't read the whole thing, but I'll just say a couple of things. Story and brand connection. Legendary Cologne captures the spirit of grit and confidence that Lane Frost brand celebrates. Kind of a Chuck Norris thing. A nod, I see a wink and a nod, see? A nod to a cowboy legend whose presence commanded attention every time he stepped into the arena. This scent is made for the man who carries the same fearless energy into everyday life. They certainly have succeeded in their business model of doing something that is both clean and rugged at the same time. Definitely tip my cap to them, or my cowboy hat to them for that. Features and spec. Crafted in the United States, Legendary Cologne comes in a 3.4 ounce spray bottle with a fresh, clean, and masculine profile. There it is again. It opens with invigorating citrus, blah, blah, blah. I've already gone over the notes. But then it says occasion and styling. Perfect for ranch days. Whoa. One tough buckaroo. Rodeo weekends, office wear, or casual nights under the stars. Legendary pairs naturally with leather belts, denim, and boots, the same way a cowboy pairs confidence with every step. A little cheesy there. They took it a little bit too far. But it's still good, and it definitely delivers on this. I do think it is, of course, for the younger crowd, and I think this would be a wonderful, wonderful choice for the high schoolers and the college students out there. And quite frankly, really even on up is what I want to say, though. What I want to say about this one is, yes, it's targeted more toward the 16 to 24 crowd, but I would say 16 and up, because this one isn't the kind that's like a starter, fragrance. It actually really holds its own, and I can see a lot of guys in their 30s and on up wearing this fragrance it's a perfect fragrance to wear, every single day. Another thing I'll say quickly is the atomizer is fantastic. I'll give you a spray. Whew, a little close to my face there. Whew. And this one is a magnetic cap. Bet you didn't expect that. For $45, that's like the least they could do. But a great atomizer, and I like the magnetic cap. Don't like the hiccup. So, let me go over the longevity, projection, and sillage, though. I will say this. This is an Eau de Toilette, I think. I think that it is. But either way, this one definitely is very good, but not excellent when it comes to longevity. I would give this around 6 to 9 hours. Some people said this one's really goes on forever and ever. I didn't find that. And the reason why I'm going to give you the 6 to 9 range is because some people have said it would get you a work shift of full 8 hours. I did not get that this week, but then again, you have to understand, again, I'm coming in and out of the outdoors a fair amount, and so that matters to me because I'm looking for the fragrances that can really, really handle the outdoors. And because it's kind of an outdoorsy and boots and man's man and cowboy kind of motif and theme, you think that it would actually have done better there. So I will dock it some points when it comes to longevity. I would have liked a firm, a really good 8 hours easily there. Did not get it, would have liked that. Projection, so if I'm going to do 1 meter or 3 feet from the body, you're looking at about 4 to 6 hours. And then sillage, which is a scent trail or scent bubble, walking past people, you would do quite well for about 4 to 5 hours. So this one, to me, in fact, they said on their site, I think they said like two to 3 sprays on the pulse points. Don't agree with that. You're definitely going to have to do 4 to 6, probably to 7 sprays to get this guy really carrying you through the day if you want to be, picked up by other people. So something to consider there. And then because it does have such a woodsy, rugged nature, I would be careful with it at the office if you are in small offices. So basically par for course. I'm not going to ding it, but I also wasn't blown away by that either. The projection, longevity, and sillage were not legendary. They were just quite good. So, for $45, I'm okay with that. Would have liked better, but that's okay too. I mean, it's a great date night scent. It's going to last you 3, 4, 5 hours. Almost everybody practically is going to be okay with that. As far as the season, this is another one that this would probably more be along the lines of a fall, winter, perhaps into spring, and then maybe not so much in the summer. But then again, it really does market itself as kind of an everyday cologne. But if you're looking for seasons, I'd go more fall and winter. And then when it comes to the ages, I've already done that, so I'm going to say 16 and up. And as far as masculine and feminine, this one is clearly a masculine fragrance along the lines of a Jacquard Noir and along the lines of a Ralph Lauren or Lauren Green from the 80s. Along the lines of it, though. It's not a dupe, it's not a copy, but it is kind of a modern take on the 80s powerhouse, like I said. So I'm going to say this is going to clock in at about a 95.5. Actually, I think this will be about 95% of people who own this will be a man who own it, bought it, it's their signature scent, and then 5% will be a woman. I think this would be tough to wear for a woman, unless she really wanted to smell, clean, fresh, and ultra masculine. Maybe she just likes the smell so much. That's why I always say 5%, because maybe some people out there, some women are out there spraying stuff like this because they just love it so much that they want to smell it on their shirt. So anyway, 95-5 split on the gender. Now this one is for versatility. This one is going to be incredibly versatile. This is another one of those, again, fragrances kind of perfect for the nephew in your life, where he doesn't have a huge collection and he could just sit there and wear something like this every single day. So that's gonna be perfect. Or for Father's Day, that kind of thing. A lot of my subscribers actually do not have a huge collection. They just have 1, 2, 3, or 4 fragrances, and so this would fit right in there as far as something to wear every single day. So I toyed with a 3 out of 5. I'm a little annoyed. I feel like this should cost a little bit less. In today's market, though, that's kind of $45 isn't too bad. It's a little annoying, though, because it's for $5 more. If you go to their website, you get a free mystery hat. So if you just get $50, so this might be something where you buy this for $45 and then find the pair of socks that cost $5.20 to get you the free shipping or whatever it is, but they include a mystery hat on their site for an extra $5. I thought that it could have definitely cost a little bit less. You can get some really, really, really good juice out there for 20, 30, even $40. $45 though is not too bad. I'm okay with that. I also wanted to give it props though for successfully pulling off an 80s powerhouse feel, yet having a modern touch with the grapefruit, even the bergamot. And I bought into that. I really enjoyed it. Could have been more impressed with longevity, projection, and sillage. I do think it's probably closer to a 3 out of 5 sprays in my rating system when it comes to, this probably has more of a youthful feel to it, but their website really sold me. They really sold me on when to wear it and who it's for and what it matches with and what it goes well with. And I like that. And so I am not going to dock it a point for that. So I am going to keep it at 4 out of 5 sprays in my 5-spray rating system for Lane Frost Legendary. Really, it just can't achieve a 5 with the longevity, projection, and sillage that it has. I'm not going to take off because it's synthetic, because most fragrances are nowadays. I think I'm totally fine with that. But especially when you consider that they're marketing towards cowboys and bros wearing boots and the man's man and all that, those guys are working outside. And if you have a cologne that doesn't last that long when you are outside, that's a problem. So I docked them 1 spray, 4 out of 5 sprays for Legendary by Lane Frost. Jackson, thank you very much. I really enjoyed wearing something that I normally wouldn't have tried or bought, so this was a lot of fun. I'm going to go 1 on each side of the neck and 1 on each wrist. I've already shown you, of course, the shirt. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Boom. Boom. And one thing, I've gotten a couple comments recently on how I can improve the channel. I know one thing, it's hard for me to describe exactly what it smells like, and I do concede that it is difficult. It is a challenge for me, but I just want to say one thing that's good. I want you to think woods, but then I want you to think also a lot of good, very good citrus here. There's a lot of grapefruit and a lot of not lemon, but bergamot. So the citrus vibe mixed with the woods, and then you bring in the white musk and then the lavender. It works. It really does. Get yourself a bottle. I've really enjoyed it. You guys have a wonderful week. And always remember, my friends, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. Of course, this is Friday the 13th. By the time you watch this tonight, I will be at the theater watching Friday the 13th, Part 2. And I have 2 quick questions for you for Friday the 13th for scary movie fans. Of the 12 out so far, which one is your favorite? And if you don't have too much to say on that, here's a trivia question. Of the 12, in how many of them is Jason, at no point during the movie, wearing a hockey mask? So of the 12 out currently, in how many films is Jason not wearing, at any point in the movie, a hockey mask? I await your response.